Elon Musk had always been different. From a young age, it was clear that he wasn't satisfied with the ordinary dreams most people carried. He wasn't interested in just building a successful company, buying a big house, or living a quiet life. No, Elon had a much more audacious goal. He wanted to reshape the future of humanity. And at the center of his vision was Mars, that red planet hanging in the night sky like a distant, untouchable dream. For most people, Mars was a place for science fiction, a dusty, barren world, hundreds of millions of miles away, impossible to reach. But not for Elon. To him, Mars was the next chapter of human existence, a blank canvas on which humanity could start over, free from the limitations of Earth. And more than anything, he wanted to be the one to lead the way. In 2002, when he founded SpaceX, people scoffed. A private company, building rockets. For what? But Elon was determined. He poured his fortune and his unrelenting drive into SpaceX, all with the singular vision of one day making Mars not just a far-off dream, but a destination. And while others dreamed of retirement on tropical beaches or mountain cabins, Elon's mind wandered far beyond Earth. The men, who already seemed larger than life, had an even larger ambition: to die off the coast of Mars, in a capsule, looking out over the planet he had longed to touch for most of his life. He often said it with a mischievous grin, as if daring people to question him. "I'd like to die on Mars," he'd say, pausing just long enough to let the words sink in, just not on impact. He wanted to leave this world on his own terms, not confined by the limitations of Earth. He imagined his last moments not in a hospital bed, but floating weightlessly in a capsule, gazing out at Mars' rusty, cratered surface, knowing that he had brought humanity to the brink of a new frontier. It was a vision so bold, so outlandish, that most people didn't know whether to take it seriously or laugh it off. But with Elon, you never really knew. After all, this was the man who had already defied so many odds. From revolutionizing electric cars with Tesla to creating reusable rockets at SpaceX, he had built a career out of doing the impossible. As the years went by, Elon's obsession with Mars only grew. Traditionalists raised eyebrows as they watched him pour billions into space exploration, questioning why someone would invest so much in a dream that felt more like science fiction than reality. But Elon saw the world differently. Where others saw barriers, he saw opportunities. In his mind, Earth was just the beginning. Humanity, with all its brilliance and flaws, wasn't meant to stay tethered to one planet. We were explorers by nature, and Mars was the next great adventure. To him, the ultimate failure wasn't in trying and falling short, but in not trying at all. The thought of dying in a place no human had ever been, with nothing but the expanse of space around him, might have seemed terrifying to most. But for Elon, it was perfect. It would be the culmination of a life spent reaching for the stars, an ending as grand and audacious as the dreams that had driven him. And so, as SpaceX continued to break boundaries, sending rockets further, faster, and cheaper than anyone thought possible, Elon's dream of Mars inched closer to reality. He could see it now, that final voyage not as an end, but as the ultimate expression of his belief in the boundless potential of humanity. Because for Elon Musk, life was never about following the conventional path. It was about rewriting the rules, redefining what was possible, and, in the end, leaving behind a legacy as vast as the universe itself.